saying a prayer, they would cut me some slack. Sometimes it feels like you're blind when they throw you away. When you get to the shore, that's when you're gonna get saved. All the speaking in tongues, all these reasons and rhymes. Till we run out of rope for the lifeline. Hold out your hand with the olive branch. Hold on to your hands, boys. Here comes the avalanche. Here comes the avalanche. I can't forget that song I've always been around until the sparkle blurs my eyes. I want to run until I break the speed of the sound, so I can hear the voice inside where it hides. Waking up to find the strength to try again. Who knows the place I can't go home? How can I be so well, but so quick to condemn? My soul is like they roll all alone. Where do we go from here? Running from pain and fear. Where do we go from here? We are changed forever, always together, forever. Wherever you go, I will always be with you.
For Matthew. Matthew Jenkins is our tour manager. He's been driving us around for the last 2 weeks, making sure we got to every place safe and sound. He's been doing our merch, and he's just a really great bloke that I've really enjoyed meeting. Thanks for introducing me to this wonderful man.
If you were driving next to us, you might have heard Matthew.
Yeah, he cusses out other drivers that...
Out of the way, you fuck knuckle!
You fuck knuckle, that's it. What's a fuck knuckle?
I don't know, but I like it.
After the first show, Matthew came up to me and goes, dude, that song Distant Stars, I really like that. So this is in honor of all the hard work you've given us this last couple of weeks. Thank you, sir. This is a song about, I don't know how many of you in this room have moved to another city or even to another country because of love or because of you wanted to get laid or something. But no, because somebody that you felt a connection with and you changed your whole life around for this hope that it's something more than just a fleeting energy. Yeah, you've been there? Yeah. So this is a song about that light that you see beckoning you in the distance and you just have to go to it. Thanks, man. Oh. I'm gonna hold on to you faithfully. You're part of me now. Over trampled hearts and histories, still by my side somehow. We've come so far from a distant star. You're all I'm reaching for in the dead of night. You are the one who never fades. You're all I'm looking for in the absent light. Who let the angel out to play? You're so high up in the clouds. When are you gonna come on down and save me? Won't you save me now? We fall in love and feel betrayed. Will it matter when we're old and gray? Maybe, maybe you'll save me now. You can tell by the
I kind of got to play on the Monsters of Rock cruise again. Yeah, were you there? Yeah, it's quite an event. I mean, I know it ain't cheap, that's for sure, but it is really something to get that many bands and that many rock fans all together on a boat for 5 days and the bloody thing doesn't sink. Actually, it's a great time, and there's always, it's kind of like, for myself, it's always a bit like high school reunion, because there's so many people that I know over the years. Dan's done it once as well. I'll be like, oh, Kip, what's up, dude? You Mike Tramp, hey, bud. You know, people that you kind of see in passing on tours over the many, many years of doing this. And I was just very, very pleased because this particular year there was a band on that had never been on the cruise before that I'm sure many of you know, called British Lion. And I was, yeah, exactly. So for the first time since about 1991, I ran into a dear old friend, Mr. Steve Harris, and not knowing what to expect, you know, I just kind of said hello to some of the crew guys, and they were just like, oh, come on back, you know. I got to tell you, Harry was as genuine and as warm as if I hadn't seen him in just about a week, and you know, he taught me lessons back then. For those of you who don't know, I was in a band that opened for Iron Maiden in 1986.
He was 2 years old.
Yeah.
On stage, he was incredible. He was just amazing, so dynamic.
It was called Nappy Metal. And so anyway, once again, I'm learning things from the man, you know, and he was generous with his time to everybody, all concerned. And it always sets my wheels thinking, you know, how all that leads to wherever it leads. And of course, I met a gentleman earlier, Nigel, who's a friend with Pete Way. And Pete Way and I were in a band together. We don't always see eye to eye, but I'm sitting here thinking, you know, he is such a big part of my sitting here 32 years later that I still get to play and you still come and listen. And so it's a great blessing, I have to tell you, and I'm very, very grateful to you. And I thought, why not do one for Pete? We wish him long life and as good health as he can muster. Standing at the crossroad, it's a crime of liberty. Where will old lady love shine a light for me? Send me down an angel to help me find the way through the long, cold, lonely nights with many dreams are made. Make it hard not to follow in the footsteps down old road. They joy and sorrow, falling in and out of love, never asking why.
Cave in. Cave in. See, I just got stumped right now. That's the one I played you in the hotel room the other night.
The Rush. The Rush. The Rush.
The Rush.
The Rush.
Wow, it's a subliminal message coming through.
Vinyl's back, you can hear it skipping.
Cave in. I'll have to work on that. You stumped me, John. Good one. Good one.
Bending the line, Dan. Bending the line. Only diver.
This is a song, The Rush, that I wrote when I guess it's right in the midst of my drug addiction. I had about a 3.5 year bout of hardcore drinking and cocaine addiction to the point where I started smoking it because I couldn't snort it anymore. I burned a hole in my septum in the nose because I was just getting too crazy with this shit. And I looked in the mirror one day and I didn't even recognize myself anymore. I didn't recognize me physically, I didn't recognize my spirit or my soul. And it was just a party every day, 7 days a week, as a nightclub owner in Portland, Oregon. And granted, there were a lot of good times, but there was also a lot of drowning out depression because I wasn't writing music anymore. And this is one of those songs that I wrote in the midst of my 15-year break from music. And it was kind of just me saying sorry to myself, I guess. It's about chasing the rush. Climb your broken ladder to your lowest high.
crazy singing your praises to your blind eye. Go crazy singing the praises to your deaf ear. Go light a candle in the name of your last tear. The rush can be deadly, make a soldier cry. The rush ain't so heavy, naked in the light. The rush is your weapon, never leaves your side. The rush is your only friend.
Johnny to bed now, don't you know as a push head off Chevy down in Mexico. Thought he'd give me the cruise the world, picking up the language from the local girl. People say this world truck can chew you up, but you live by the dice, trusting his good luck. Alright. So I found himself a home and he got a girl, and he didn't want for nothing in this whole world. Swore they'd give up running if they let him be. Living was simple, but it sure was free. Hey there, darling, what's your hurry now? Come sit with me and watch the sun go down. Alright. And you can see his smile.
At the time we were talking about the monastery, I left there, and I didn't think coming back to America right away after that was a good idea. It would be too much of a shock to the system. I lived in a small little room which is about, I guess 5 feet by 10 feet wide for 11 and a half months. And there was a candle, a little mattress on the floor, and a tiny little table. No hot water, no electricity. And it was, it really kind of grounds you and it humbles you to live that way for a while. And so when I came back, just the idea of turning a light on with the light switch was like, wow, that's fucking cool. So I moved to Jerusalem. I thought that was a great spot in between, and it was a magic time for me. But the day I got there, it was Christmas Eve, and there was people from all over the world there coming to celebrate this man Yeshua's life, or his death rather, in some ways, who we call Jesus. And I went to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It's about 9 different churches that are built on the spot where he was supposedly crucified. And just to see how much one person can affect the world. I don't happen to believe he is the one and only Son of God any more than any of us in this room, but I do happen to believe that he stood up for compassion more than most people do. You know? So I was really deeply moved by the power of what we can do as a human being in this world. So this is a song called Losing My Fear. Thank you for asking for this. Just a song about learning to trust the human race rather than fear other strangers. I really need to kiss you now. Learn to open my arms somehow. All of our clothes lie on the floor. Will you open your soul if I close the door? Your voice rises up in the air. I'm just a soldier that loves your prayers. If I were Jesus, I'd run from here. But I'm just a man losing my fear. Who makes the rules but you and me? Forbidden words we never breathe. Drowning in your light, I'd finally learn. A jealous fire slowly burns.